What's up, guys? Nick Major here, APTV correspondent. I just spoke with Derek from Mayday Parade. The band are currently on tour for the 10-year anniversary of their debut album, A Lesson in Romantics. So stay tuned to see what he had to say about the album, the band's future plans, and a lot more.
You like a black cow with a black backpack full of fireworks, and you're gonna burn the city down right now.
I remember when A Lesson in Romantics came out. Like, I remember when that dropped, and I cannot believe it has been 10 years. Does it feel like a decade to you since that came out?
No, I mean, well, you know, in some ways, I guess, but for the most part, no, it feels like it's kind of flown by, you know, and I feel like we've been, like, thinking about this tour and sort of looking forward to this tour for so long, and it's crazy that it's here, and yeah, you know, it's wild, but it's great. We're very lucky.
Did you always know there was going to be a 10-year anniversary tour for this album?
Well, I guess we always knew we would do something, you know, and I guess it certainly, you know, made sense to do this tour. So yeah, well, you know, and I've been to a lot of, you know, like Newfound Glory, the 10-year of their self-titled album, and Jimmy Eat World, 10-year of Futures, and like some of that, and those are such like amazing things to see, and I think it's really amazing when bands do stuff like that with records that I love that are 10 years old. So it kind of just, you know, yeah, it made sense, and yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So if I have the timeline correct, was it that in 2006 then, was that when you guys were trailing Warped Tour the entire time?
Yes.
And then after that, you guys got signed, you went into the studio, you made this album. It dropped about halfway through the next Warped Tour 07 when you guys jumped onto the tour.
Sure, yep. It had a, you know, great response, that it was kind of a, it wasn't like wildly successful right off the bat, you know. It was kind of, you know, we had sort of created some buzz with our EP, and then when we put out A Lesson in Romantics, it was just a slow, you know, gradual build. We toured, you know, for a few months before it came out, all the way through, you know, and we just started to just slowly see, you know, more and more people coming out and singing along to those songs, and it started to kind of pick up sales-wise and everything, and just slowly kind of just grew and became what it is, you know, and which is really awesome. There was never really a moment where it was like we like shot up and we're like this new like big hot band. It was kind of just this like slow gradual build, which I think is great, and you're able to like kind of keep your perspective, and you just, you know, you see the work you're doing like just paying off. Yeah, exactly. And so it was obviously an amazing thing. Yeah. And
in celebration of the anniversary, you guys made a new music video for Black Cat.
Yeah.
Why that song? Why did you guys decide to do a whole new video?
Yeah, well, it just, you know, that's a song that we continue to play from that record, that we never did a video for, and so we thought just as something kind of special to add to this, and it's something that maybe other bands have done, but I've never really, you know, I can't think of another band that's done a video for a song that's 10 years old, you know, but it was just sort of an interesting concept, and we decided to do it. We were on the Tales Told by Dead Friends 10-year, the EP tour we did, and we had a day off, so it was easy to just, you know, get it set up to do the shoot that day, and then knock it out, you know. But yeah, it was cool.
And on top of that, you guys re-released the album with like some demos and stuff on it, and some extra songs.
Yeah, there's a handful of demos, and it's cool because when we recorded A Lesson in Romantics, we went to Lee Dyes in Valdosta. He's who we recorded our EP with, and we've recorded a bunch of stuff with, and we basically did something like 16 demos with him in one day. They're pretty rough. But that was kind of like when we sent those to Fearless for the first time for them to kind of hear the demos for the album, and then those sort of were kind of lost and forgotten about for a long time, and we were kind of trying to figure out what we should do as something else special to add to the, you know, deluxe re-release or whatever. And I think Alex kind of dug up those old demos, and yeah, there's that one song that was unreleased, you know, and that nobody had really heard before. So that's just kind of something, you know, cool to add, and it's, you know, what we were doing back then that has never been heard before. It's kind of like B-side kind of stuff, but it's
was it stuff that you had been hearing throughout the years, or was some of that stuff that you hadn't heard in ages?
Oh, I'd completely forgotten about a lot of it. Yeah, for sure. So it's interesting to go back and hear. It kind of really brings you back, you know. But yeah, it's cool.
Has being on this tour given you guys the opportunity to revisit songs that you either never played live or haven't played live in a really long time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a handful of these songs I think we've played all of them at one point, but some of them it's been 6 or 7 years since we've played them. Like Take This to Heart, Champagne's for Celebrating, and maybe a couple others. It's been so long, so it's really cool to bring those songs back and to play them and to have people there, singing along and going nuts and having a good time. And it's a fun record to play. It really is. Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing this with the other records that are coming up? Because before long, more are going to be 10-year anniversaries.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That's we've actually been talking about it a good bit on this tour, and if it makes sense, then we would. I think we would do something for each record that's 10-year. Maybe not like a full tour, or maybe, for example, the next record, Anywhere But Here. In all honesty, it's a record that we weren't as kind of satisfied with overall, because it was a lot of co-writing and it was a very weird experience for us, and ultimately, it's just not one of our. So it'd be weird playing that whole album every night, I think, but I think it might be cool to do some, maybe a tour where you play half of the songs and then a bunch of other songs or something, just to kind of
let people pick what songs they want to hear from the album.
Sure, yeah, we talked about doing that, and so I think we'll certainly do something for each album, and maybe we'll make it different each time, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
So what, you guys have, is it 5 albums out now?
Yeah, and we're working on the 6th one now, and we're gonna go record this summer is the plan as of now, and then probably will be early next year that it would come out. I would guess, But yeah, I'm very excited about it. We got a bunch of demos and everything, and it's always fun. That's always such an exciting time to be working on new material, and you get pretty. It's tough. Some of the stuff we've been writing, it takes over a year before people are going to hear it, so you get so excited about it, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited about the new stuff.
Cool. Well, congrats on 10 years now.
Thank you.
Of this.
Yeah.
That's crazy that
it's
I can't believe it has been 10 years since that came out, because I remember so well the exact Warped Tour that came out. So it's awesome to see that you guys were doing something like this, and it sounds like you guys have plenty of future plans too. So
absolutely.
Thanks for chatting, man.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah.
Whew, go play a show now.
Appreciate it, man. Always good to see you.
'Cause Jersey just got colder, and I'll have you know I'm scared to death that everything that you had said to me was just a lie until you left. Now I'm hoping just a little bit stronger. Hold me up just a little bit longer.